Alright, hello Shine. Today I'm going to concentrate on the shaker group, alright, because I know you guys have some difficulty in counting and playing the rhythms. But I also see some of you in the shaker group that are able to do it, alright? So today, I'm going to make this divide the music into parts so that it's easier for you, alright? Um, in the scores, there is a beginning call and answer part, which is bar 1 to bar 8. Yeah. And then after that, there will be four grooves, or for shakers, it's three grooves and two solo parts. And then after that, we go back to the original groove one again, and then the ending. So today, I'm actually going to concentrate on the main grooves. Okay, those are the ones that are actually harder to play. Alright, but when I say hard, it's actually not that hard. It's actually a repetitive repeating of rhythms, and then the only thing that is making this seem confusing are always the last bar of the grooves of the parts, because the last bar are what transition into the next groove. All right. So today we are going to just concentrate on the grooves. I want you all to just basically how to say, learn the grooves, so that next time when I'm together with you, um, when I say groove one or I point one, you all know how to play the groove one already. Okay? Can? Alright, so now let's move on to groove one. Okay, let's skip bar 1 to bar 8. Bar 1 to bar 8, that is a call and answer. Okay, everyone is playing the same thing. It's very easy. Okay, that one we can talk about it when we are together. So let's look at bar 9 to 15, 16. Bar 9 to 16. Okay, that will be your groove 1. So if you haven't labeled onto your score, please take a pencil and label from bar 9 to bar 16. You label it as groove 1. You can write groove 1 on bar 9. Okay, so for the groove 1, it's actually pretty simple and straightforward. It's two sets of the same thing. It's actually two sets if you look carefully, right? If you look carefully at the scores provided, it's actually two sets of the same thing. It's just that at the very last set, you make it softer only. All right. So shakers, I'm going to demonstrate groove 1 to you all. Okay. Uh, one time with the metronome and counting. The second time without the counting. Alright, I'm gonna do it at speed equals to 60, yeah? But on the actual recording, we will need to do it at speed equals to at least 80. Alright, so, okay, let's go. So, okay. This is my metronome. And let's go. This is groove 1. On my count. And 1, 2, 3, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Rest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Roll. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Rest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Roll. That's it. Okay? That is groove 1. Alright? So, you need to keep on repeating this. Rewind this video over and over again for groove 1. Keep on practicing it. Okay? Practice with me helping you to recite out the rhythm, and then you recite yourself. Okay? Once you are confident already, then we will move on to playing together with me without me counting. Alright? So now we are going to do groove 1 without counting. Okay? Are you ready? On my count. And 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so that's it for groove 1. It's easy, right? So I want you to keep on practicing and practicing. Okay, practice it part by part. All right, groove 1, 9 to 13. All right, keep on practicing with me reciting, and then once you get a hang of it already, just practice together with me with the metronome without reciting. All right, so let's move on to groove 2. Okay, the shaker cans groove 2. Alright, so if you take a look at groove 2, it's even more simple. It's even simpler than groove 1. It's all the way quavered. It's very easy. So groove 2 is actually from bar 17 to 24. Okay, bar 17 to 24. Alright, and it's all quavers. That's it. So all you need to do is count maybe 8 bars of 4. Okay, so now I'm gonna count the 8 bars while playing. Okay, try to play together with me. All right, count the 8 bars. Okay, let's try. Ready? On my count, and 1, 2, 3, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2, 2 and 3 and 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 and 2, 3, 4. 7 and 2, 3, 4. 8 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's it. Groove 2. Very simple, very easy. Just count 8 counts of 4. Okay? And keep on playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2, 2, 3 and 4. 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. Until 8 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? Very simple, alright? Once you get the hang of it already, just continue one more time without counting. Okay, a few more times without counting. And what will make it easier for you is write numbers on top of each bar. So if that is the first count, you write 1. The next bar you write 2. So you know it's 8 counts of 4. Okay, so you know it's 8 counts of 4. Okay. So now let's try groove 2 now without counting. Okay, so I would rather you no, I would like you to actually write down the numbers of bar first, so that after that when you are playing together with me without reciting, you can actually see your scores. Okay, telling you where you are already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, can? Alright, so now let's try without counting. Alright, so let's try groove 2 without counting. On my count, and 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, simple, right? Okay, so practice a few more times, and then if you're okay already, you can try to link up from groove 1 and link up to groove 2. Okay, you can use the previous video that I made for the shaker cans and try to play it together with that. Okay, linking them up. All right, so if you don't have any questions, let's move on to groove 3. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we are at groove 3. Okay. If you take a look at groove 3, it's almost the same as groove 2. Okay, only the last two bars are a bit different. Why? Because it is trying to tell people that we are going to transit into another rhythm already. Okay, so if you know what to do already, you should actually be writing down how many bars of the same things you are writing already. So okay, so groove 3, um, it is actually from bar 25. It's 25 to bar 32. Sorry, it's my fault. It's 25 to bar 32. All right. So if you take a look, bar 25 all the way to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to bar 30. Okay, all the way to bar 30. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as groove 1. It's quavers. Okay, only at bar 31 and 32, the rhythm changes. Okay, so if you know what to do already, you should actually be taking down a pencil and write down groove 3 at bar 25, and then write the number of bars, the bars you are supposed to play. So above bar 25, you should write number 1, the next bar 2, next bar 3, next bar 4, and then 5, and then 6. Okay, then you know after the 6th bar, the 7th bar is a changing changing rhythm already. Then you don't write anything on top, because once you see, hey, there is no 7, then you will be more alert and take a look at what notes are there. All right, so now let's try to do groove 3. Okay, now with counting. Okay, I'm gonna do counting. Yeah. All right, counting with playing with the metronome. Groove 3. Are you ready? On my count, and 1, 2, 3, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 2, 3 and 4, 3, 2, 3 and 4, 4, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 2, 3 and 4 and 6, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and roll 4. Okay, so keep on playing together. So keep on playing this groove. Keep on playing this groove over and over again until you can recognize, you can know, okay, groove 3, that's it. All right. And then once you think you are able to look at the score and know where you are and know how to play already, please don't just memorize. You will memorize wrongly one. Look at the scores. All right. Once you are able to play this, then we will move on to playing without counting. Okay. If you cannot do it, please do not move on first. All right. Please do not move on first. Keep on repeating this segment of the video and repeat and count and play together until you really can make it. All right. So now let's try groove 3 without counting. On my count, and 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, so that's it for groove 3. Okay, actually shakers are very easy. Alright, so keep on practicing until you are able to do it, and then try to combine, try to link from groove 2 all the way to groove 3. Alright, so without any more delay, let's move on to the next segment of shaker cans. Yeah? Alright, now the next part. It can be counted as a groove, but it can also be counted as a solo. This is the place that features the shakers and the bass. So I'm writing it as a solo part 1. Okay, because take a look, it's similar. You are playing 2 sets of the same thing. The first from bars 33 to 36, you are playing 1 set, and then if you take a look at bars 37 to 40, it's the same thing again. So you play two sets of the same thing to make up this first part of the solo. Very easy, all right? So let us just start playing the solo part. Okay, I'm gonna play only the first 4 bars. Okay, to make this easier for you, I'm gonna play only the first 4 bars. Okay, remember this is the bar 33. You can either write solo part 1 at bar 33, or you can write groove. No, let's all standardize. We write solo part 1 for shaker cans at bar 33. Okay, so ready? This is my metronome at speed equal to 60. We are just only going to do 4 bars for now. Ready? On my count. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, roll 4. 1, 2, 3, roll. 1, 2, roll 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's it. Okay, easy, isn't it? All right. So keep on practicing this, and once you know when to roll already, once you figure out where is the roll, then easy for you, already, because we're gonna play two times of the same thing. Right. So now let's move on to playing the full solo part 1, which is actually a repeat of the first 4 bars. Okay, let's try with counting on my count. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, roll. 1, 2, roll 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and okay, that's it for solo part 1. Easy. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. So now, keep on continuing to practice this solo part 1 until you think you can look at the score and play it correctly. Okay, together with my counting. All right. Then once you are able to do that already, then you move on to playing without counting, which is what I'm going to do now. All right. Only move on to this segment if you can play and look at the score and count properly. Okay. Do not just practice once. You will never be able to do it nicely if you only just practice one time. Okay. Do it more times. Okay. Repeat more times. Okay. Edge it into your mind. Okay, edge it into a part of your brain, and make sure that the brain actually remembers it. Okay, so now let's do solo part 1, the whole thing without counting. Are you ready? On my count. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so that's it for solo part 1. Alright, it is actually very easy if you cut it out into parts. Okay, then let's move on to the very last segment of Shaker Cans video, which will be the solo part 2. Alright, so are you ready to move on? Let's go. Okay, so now solo part 2 for Shaker Cans. It's the same thing if we actually take a look. This is actually this might be the most confusing part and most difficult part for the shakers. Okay, because it consists of syncopated rhythms. Alright, and then an ending for the first half of the solo, and then another ending for the second part of the solo. Okay, um, this you will have to actually really just keep on practicing and feel, okay, and count. Okay, so before you even start, I want you to write solo part 2 at bar 41. Okay, write solo part 2 above bar 41 to let you, to let you, to remind you that this is solo part 2. Okay, it's also to remind you, hey, there's a change in the rhythm already. Okay, all these writing of the parts are supposed to help you to remind you that, hey, oh, it's changing, it's not the same thing before already, you need to wake up. Okay, so once you're done writing, let's start counting. Okay, the syncopated rhythm, still remember, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, syncopated rhythm, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so this solo part 2 is concentrating on the syncopated rhythm. Okay, almost each bar it begins with the same syncopated rhythms. Okay, except for the last bar and bar 41, 2, 3, 4, 44. Alright, so let's try. I'm gonna start counting solo part 2. Okay, playing while counting solo part 2. Okay, are you ready? On my count, and 1, 2, 3, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. Then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Okay, so can you guys feel the ending at bar 44? And then you repeat the same thing again at bars at bar 45. Sorry, at bar, yes, 45. Okay, at bar 45. Okay, so the main thing you need to actually know to play is this one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. This is the main groove. Alright, the rest are just trying to comma for do a comma for the sentence or do a full stop for the sentence. Alright, so let's try it again. I'm going to try counting it again together with you while playing. Okay, this time I'm not going to say repeat this, repeat that. I'm just going to strictly go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and until the end. Okay, so please keep on practicing and practicing and practicing. Yeah, let's try. Ready on my count? 1, 2, 3, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, roll 2 and 3 and 4. 1, roll 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, roll 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 4 and. Okay, so this is not very difficult. Keep on practicing and practicing until you get the hang of this syncopated rhythm. Okay, if you don't know, then you just write down 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and all the things there. Okay, according to how I say it. Practice, and once you think you can do it already, then you move on to playing without counting. Alright, so now we are doing playing without counting for solo part 2 of the shaker cans, which is bar 41 all the way to bar 48. Alright, so are you ready? On my count. And 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. That's it for shaker cans concentrated practice today. Okay. These are the important parts that I want you all to play together. After this solo part 2, you will actually go back. If you take a look at your score, after solo part 2, you will actually be going back to playing solo part 1 again before you do the ending. This is why I didn't make another video after solo part 2, because it's groove part 1 again. Okay, it's groove 1 again. So that's why I'm asking all of you to really go and make sure you know which groove is which groove. Then when I just point out 1, then you all can play groove 1. 2, then you all can play groove 2. If I suddenly point solo part 2, then you all can suddenly play solo part 2. Alright, please practice this. Okay, then once you are done with it, once you are able to do this, combine the whole thing together. Okay, and then look at the previous video that I recorded just for the shaker parts from the beginning to the end. Okay, and once you are able to link all the grooves and solos together, then look for the video that Mr. Teo uploaded on YouTube. Okay, that has me playing the solo shaker parts from the beginning to the end. Then you try playing together with that. All right. So please work hard. We only have like one more week of practice before we really do a recording. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Before we really do a real recording. So you'll be standing there to play. There'll be like people holding the mic there or putting the mic there, and then taking videos of you also. Okay. So try our best. I know you all can do it. All right. And I hope to be able to see better results. Okay. When I see you all again. All right. So practice hard. Okay.